I have these out of control flyaways today. Now I just brought attention to it and everybody's gonna notice my crazy flyaway hair. Awesome. 2014 is when I started my YouTube channel. I started in about July. I think it was towards the end of July. So there is an entire half of the year that I didn't get a chance to share with you guys what my favorite products were. However, it's hard for me to remember what my favorite products were at the beginning of the year. But regardless, this video is going to be all about my favorite makeup products for the year of 2014, everything makeup related. I am going to make an additional video that will outline all of my favorite tools, so like brushes and sponges, skincare, and what's the other one? Skincare, hair care, and nail care. So that will be in a video that will come up very shortly after this one, but this video is going to be all about makeup. Alright, so there is a bunch of products that I want to talk to you guys about. I tried to minimize this to like the best of the best, and I think I did a pretty good job. I have the stash sitting in front of me right now, and there's still a lot of products to talk about, so I'm just gonna hop right into it. I apologize ahead of time if this video is a little bit on the long side, but all of these are, right? All the beauty gurus say that, so whatever. Let's try to go in the order of like how I would apply my makeup. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is primer. So without a doubt, this was my by far favorite primer for the entire year. It's the one that I used the most often for the longest, and it's just awesome. So this is the Benefit POREfessional primer. This looks like it's a tiny size. It is. It's a small version of it. I don't know why I have a little baby version of it. I don't know where this came from. But anyways, this primer has just been a standout, fantastic product for me, not just for 2014, but also in 2013. This fills in your pores, it smooths out your skin. You can wear it on its own if you don't feel like wearing foundation. And it's just been fantastic. It really does provide a great base for your foundation. Next, let's move on to foundation. So I had a really hard time with this. I have a lot of foundations. So I was able to, there was two that I was very torn between, and I couldn't pick a favorite. So I have two favorite foundations for the year. And the first one that I used primarily for the first half of the year is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I didn't talk a lot about this on my channel because, again, I used this towards the beginning of the year, so like spring and summertime, and I didn't start my channel until July. So I used this probably for the entire year of 2013 and the very beginning of 2014, and it was just my ultimate favorite. This is still a really good foundation. I use it on days when I don't want to wear a full coverage foundation, or if I just want like a little something. This is kind of like borderline tinted moisturizer, but it still provides a great coverage. So that's the first one. And the second one is the Lancôme Tient Idole Ultra 24-Hour Makeup. I discovered this probably right around May or June of last year. And ever since I found it, I haven't been able to put it down. This is my, when I say last year, I mean 2014, by the way, because it's now 2015. I'm a little late to the boat on filming this. But anyways, I found this probably in May, and I hadn't been able to put it down. This is my second bottle of it within that amount of time, if you can even believe it. Okay, now let's move on to concealer. So I have two of them here. I used to really not be a concealer fan. I hated concealer probably until this year. So the first one that I discovered is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is, I am not kidding you, the fourth bottle of this I have gone through in the year, and I didn't even discover it until maybe like February or March. So I go through it pretty quickly, but it is awesome. You can use it under your eyes, you can use it on your face, you can use it everywhere. It provides really good coverage. It's not super thick, but it's not super thin. It's really standout. And the second concealer is the Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector. This was part of their fall collection, so it came out probably in July, right when I started my channel. And this is very similar to a product that they had last year, 2013, which was the BB under eye corrector. That one never hit the stores, but they did sell it on QVC. This one is in stores, it's still in stores, and it's very similar to that one, but this one is great only for your under eyes. I love this one probably a little bit more than the MAC one for my under eyes because it's a lot thicker, and it has like a pinker color, pinker undertone, therefore it covers like blueness a little bit better. So this has been my go-to. This is my second one of these for under eye concealer. So to set all of that on my face, first let's talk about under eye setting. So I discovered this product probably towards the beginning of the year, and this is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I'm about half done with it, probably a little bit more. I use this every single day to set my under eye concealer. It's like a translucent powder with light reflecting crystals in it, so it brightens your under eyes. It prevents your concealer from creasing. It doesn't give you that white cast that a lot of white powders do, so you can't really see it in pictures or anything like that. And it's been a really good product. I will definitely repurchase this when it's gone. To set my face makeup, I have two products here. So the one that I've used for the majority of the year and even back into 2013 is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. This product, I want to say I heard about it from 11th Gorgeous like in 2012. So I have been using this for a long time. This is my second or third like container of it that I've gone through. But this is just the product itself. The powder is very finely milled. When you apply it to your face, it just kind of blends with your skin. It sets your foundation. It's not matte, but it's not luminous either. It's just kind of like that perfect natural finish. I guess hence the name Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. And then a more recent find is the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation. I want to say I picked this up in like the August, September parts of the year, and this can be worn as a foundation itself, but I like to use it as a setting powder. This is very similar to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, where it doesn't have a super matte finish, but it also doesn't have like a luminous finish. It's just like that perfect balance. It really kind of sets your shine at bay, yet doesn't cake up, and it's been really good and it smells amazing. So while we're on the topic of face makeup, let's talk about bronzers. I have two of them. The first one I have hit pan on, and I've had this for a couple of years, but again, I didn't have my channel a couple of years ago, so I haven't had a chance to rave about this yet, but this is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is the lighter version of their Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is the perfect like tone for my fair skin. It's not too dark, it's not too orangey, it's not too like brown. It's just the perfect color for my skin. Since it is a matte bronzer, you can use it as a contour as well as a bronzer, and I mean obviously I love it. I've hit pan on it, so that has been my probably most favorite bronzer. Then I was like finding that I was using that too much, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna run out of it. I gotta go buy something else because I'm weird like that. So I picked up this Bobbi Brown bronzer. I guess it's just their bronzer in the color Golden Light, and it's similar in color to the Too Faced one. It's probably a little bit darker, and it has a little bit more of like a reddish undertone to it, but this has been a really good, I don't want to say replacement for the Chocolate Soleil because I think I still like that one better, but I've used this one quite a bit in 2014 as well. I'm so surprised I haven't hit pan. You can kind of see the rings of the pan, but I haven't hit the pan yet. This one is also matte, so you can also use it as a contour, and you can use it as a bronzer. You can even use it as an eyeshadow if you really wanted to, but this one has been really good too. I think it matches my fair skin very well. Now let's talk about blush. So I am a blush junkie. I will be the first to admit it. I had a really hard time picking what would be my favorite. I wanted to talk about the Chanel blushes, and I wanted to talk about just everything. I couldn't pick. So I narrowed it down to two, kind of. So the first one I would feel so bad if I didn't mention because this has been just a go-to. This is Tarte's Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Exposed. You can see I've hit pan. It's almost gone, so I might have to repurchase this. This is just, it's great for all seasons. It's great for all skin types. It's just the perfect like natural color. It looks great on my cheeks. I'm not wearing it today, but I wear it almost every day. It's just, it's awesome. The second blush, I wanted to show you all of them because I couldn't pick my favorite. These are the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blushes. These came out either very late 2013 or very early 2014, and I picked these up in probably maybe April of 2014. So I started with the Luminous blush, which is the like kind of rosy color. And then once I found out how amazing these were, I just couldn't stop buying them. I bought Diffused Heat, I bought Dim Infusion, I bought Mood Exposure, and then for the Christmas time, they came out with a palette version of them. So I bought the palette version even though I already have 2 of the colors that are in the palette. I bought it simply because this middle color is limited edition and I didn't want to not have it because I love these blushes. So anyways, these blushes are just absolutely fantastic. I've been waiting for them to come out with more colors. Right now they have 6, 7 including this one in the middle here. But these are just the perfect blushes. They kind of mix together the ambient lighting powders with a blush color. So when you apply them to your cheeks, they just give you this beautiful lit from within glow. And they're so pretty. I think they're all pretty. If I had to pick my most favorite color, it would be Dim Infusion, which is like the pale peach color. It looks like it's not gonna show up on your skin at all because it is very light, but it works. It works great. It has like that just perfect blush color. It's amazing. So these have been an absolute standout. Probably like the most exciting favorite that I have for this year. Now let's move on to eyebrows. And I only have one eyebrow product to talk to you about. I actually didn't start doing my eyebrows until I started making YouTube videos. And that is because I noticed when I started to watch my very first video, I plugged the memory card into my computer and I was looking at myself and I was like, why do I look so weird? And it was because I didn't have my eyebrows colored in. I looked like I had a huge forehead because I went from eye to hairline. And anyways, so I didn't start coloring in my eyebrows until July, believe it or not. For my entire life I hadn't colored in my eyebrows. And so I've really been playing with a lot of products, and my most favorite by far has been the Hourglass Arch Eyebrow Pencil. This one is gone. It's completely gone. I do have a backup that I need to pull out here now. But anyways, this product has made it so easy for me, being a beginner, to color in my eyebrows. The tip of it is like triangular shaped, so you don't have to sit there and like, you know, brush it in. You can just kind of like stroke it over your eyebrow in like 1 or 2 swipes and it gets the job done. It's been really good. The color is perfect for me and I really like it. Now let's talk about eyeshadows. So let's talk about a primer first, because I found out that you have to prime your eyes. You have to prime your eyes or else your eyeshadow is going to crease. So the best primer I have found isn't even really a primer, it's a paint pot. So these are the MAC paint pots. This one is in the color Vintage Selection, but I have gone through an entire Painterly and an entire Bare Study, and this one is, well, it has a dent in it, but I got this towards the end of the year. So anyways, this is, it can be used as a primer, which is what I use it for, but it also can just be used as an eye color in and of itself. So these have been awesome. They prevent my eyeshadow from creasing, and they're reasonably priced too, and they also last a really long time. So these have been fantastic. Then for eyeshadow palettes, I have found some awesome palettes towards the end of the year. So towards the end of the year, they always come out with a bunch of like holiday palettes, like the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette and the Urban Decay Vice 3 palette. And there's been a ton of really good ones. But I would be lying to you if I said I loved those for the entire year, because obviously I didn't get them until the end of the year. So I really had to think about products that I have been loving for the whole year. The first product that I thought of was the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. This one has been just a go-to. It's so easy because it's so small that it just fits perfectly in my vanity. It fits perfectly in my makeup bag. And this has been probably the most used palette of 2014. I'm so surprised I haven't hit pan on this color Naked 2 right here. But this has been really good. You can get a really smoky eye out of it. You can get a really just natural eye out of it. It can be used to like subsidize really shiny palettes. It's been awesome. Then my second favorite palette is the Tarte, what is this? BeMATTEnificent is what it's called. This really turned me on to Tarte products, Tarte eyeshadow products, because prior to this I had never tried a Tarte eyeshadow product before. So this came out I think in the spring of 2014 as part of their spring collection. This has 6, 7, 8 eyeshadows and a blush in it. I actually haven't ever used the blush, I will be honest, but the eyeshadows I have used to death. So this is entirely matte. And they're kind of on the purple side. I really loved this color right here, this like peachy color, and then the color right above it. Those were probably my most used. You can't even see the word Tarte on them anymore because I used them so much. I used this a lot towards the beginning of the year, and then towards the end of the year I started to get more palettes and stuff, so this kind of got pushed to the side, but I would be lying if I said I didn't love this palette. I love it so much. There are 2 individual eyeshadows that I wanted to talk about. So the first one is a Chanel Illusion de Ombre. In fact, I discovered these just this year. I have bought like 8 of them, which is ridiculous because they're so expensive. So I wanted to pick my most favorite of the 8 that I own, and that would be the New Moon. This one came out in the summer of 2014. This is just the most beautiful, like brownish, golden, mahogany, like reddish. Oh my gosh, it fell out of the container! Ah! Yes, that's pretty typical for these though. Whoopsie. Well, I don't like that, but anyways, these are like a cream eyeshadow, and the best part about these is they don't crease, so you can use them similar to a paint pot where they won't crease on you, or you can use them as an eyeshadow. So I like to use them as an eyeshadow all on their own. This particular color I wore to death in the summertime and the fall time. It's just so pretty. Other individual eyeshadow that I have to talk about are the Nars dual intensity eyeshadows. This one is in the color Callisto. These came out probably towards the summertime. I think this was a new summer product this year, and these are like the most beautiful like metallic foil eyeshadows. They are so gorgeous. They are so intense. This one I have used so much. You can see the design. You can't really even see on the powder anymore. These are awesome. So these are awesome. Alright, I'm trying to be quick here, guys, so I'm sorry. Let's talk about eyeliners really quickly. So there have been 2 that have been standouts to me. I go through eyeliner, I rotate through my eyeliners so quickly, but these 2 I discovered this year, and they have been really awesome discoveries. So the first one is the Nars Larger Than Life eyeliner in Veneto. Makeup by Tiffany D turned me on to these. She made a video about them and I went out and bought them immediately. This is probably my second or third one. This is the black one. This eyeliner I found you can smudge out very easily with like a smudge brush, and then after you smudge it, it stays put all day. You can use it in your waterline, you can use it on your lash line, you can use it pretty much everywhere, and it stays put all day. So that's been an awesome one. And then my second favorite has been the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. This one is one of the little baby ones that I got in some kind of sample kit, but I've had a full-size version of this and I've had a few other little samples of this and I've used them all. This one is very similar to the Nars one where it's waterproof, so once you smudge it out and once it dries, it stays put all day. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't move, it doesn't crease, it doesn't flake. It's just awesome. So these have been my favorite eyeliners. Okay, then I have 2 mascaras to talk to you about. So the first one, you have heard me rant and rave non-stop about this mascara here on my channel. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This came out, I think this came out in 2013 to be honest. and I bought it towards the beginning of the year, and I haven't been able to put it down since. This is the 3rd or 4th tube that I have gone through. I've also gone through countless little samples of it, and I love it so much. It gives your lashes so much volume, so much length. Just, it makes them look like false lashes. So really, really awesome. And my favorite drugstore mascara, and in fact, I think this is the only drugstore product in my entire favorites video. So what can I say? I'm gonna show you exactly what I like and not lie about it. So anyways, side note there. This is the Maybelline The Rocket Mascara. This is very similar to the Better Than Sex mascara. The wands are completely different, but the finish is pretty similar. This one is not very good at giving you volume, but it is fantastic at giving your lashes length. The first time I wore this, I was blown away. It made my lashes look very, very long. So, but the bummer about this is it's really hard to get off. So you have to kind of like scrub it and use a really good makeup remover, but very, very, very good. Okay, last thing is lips. So this year was like the makeup MAC. I'm getting my tongue tied here. I've been talking for, what is it, 27 minutes now. So sorry about that. But this year was definitely the year of MAC lippies for me. I think I bought like 30 MAC lippies this year, if not more. So it's ridiculous. It's a sickness. It's an illness. I need to go to the doctor. But of all of the ones that I have bought, I have 4 that have been my favorites. The first one is in the color Syrup. This has probably been one of my most worn lippies. This one is in, it's a luster finish, so it's like the perfect like pigmented, sorry, there's a plane flying over, so it's really loud. Sorry about that. But the color is really what gets me. It's just, you can wear it pretty much any day, any night or day, and it's really good any occasion. So that has been probably the most worn. Second most worn is the color Brave. So this one I didn't buy until later in the year. And I'm so glad that I did, because it's like the perfect nude lip. I'm not wearing it today. I don't know why I did that. But this one has been just a go-to staple. I actually had to get this out of my purse because it has been living in my purse recently. The third favorite is one that I got, I think I got this towards the end of 2013, but I wore it a lot in 2014, and this is Girl About Town. So this has been my go-to like bright berry lipstick, and it's an amplified finish, so it stays put. It kind of stains your lips a little bit, which I'm not complaining about. It is so, so, so pretty. The last favorite lipstick from MAC is in the color Rebel. I got this in November when their Christmas collection came out, or their holiday collection came out, and I don't know why I didn't pick this one up sooner. It is so beautiful. It looks super dark purple in the tube, but once you put it on, it kind of looks similar to Girl About Town, where it just gives your lips like this pretty flush of like purple color. So, so, so gorgeous. So those have been my favorite lipsticks of the year. Well, that is all. I know that was a lot. I am parched. I need to get a drink of water. I've been talking for over half an hour now, so I'm sorry, but if you have made it to this point in the video, thank you so, so, so much. Let me know if we have any of the same favorite products in the comment section down below. I would love to know that. I love to know when people love the same things that I love. So anyways, thank you so, so, so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned. In a couple of days, I will post my second half of this video where I talk about all the other beauty favorites. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.